Hello retriever training fans, and welcome to the Dynamic Retrievers do-it-yourself video clip adventure I'm on. I put a post on Facebook about people up north starting to work on drills with their dogs. It's now mid-March. Training season is just around the corner. However, there is just a ton of snow and ice and flooding and all kinds of nasty Mother Nature stuff going on up north. But I still think if a person is creative, that they can come up with some ways to start sharpening up their skills and their dog skills and their teamwork skills. And the number one way to do this is through some form of aligning drill. And I really think you don't need much of a space. You need like a 10-foot retrieve, at least 2 destinations, whether it be a small pile of bumpers or 2 white bumpers that are spread out in 2 different spots. I really think you could even like clean out your living room, basement. If you got a little open area, just move a little furniture around. Back the cars out of the garage, and you've got a little spot. If you can set up two piles, that's great. If you can get in 3 or 4, that's good. Now, I think some people misinterpret what I was talking about, like doing some longer retrieves and really getting out there on side hills. It's just not a possibility right now, and really it's not needed yet. When I get back north in early May and people start coming out training, I see they and their dogs are very rusty, which is understandable. You should be rusty on running marks and blinds. Where you should not be rusty on is that communication at your side with your dog. If you've been doing these drills, especially lining drills, you and your dog should be very good at getting lined up. Instead, unfortunately, what I normally see when I get back are where the dog is all kittywampus and everything clumsy, sitting behind the handler out front. The handler and the dog are really struggling to get lined up for that next send on a mark or a blind. And I just think to myself right away, this could have been ironed out over the last 6 weeks with lining drills like once a day or 4 times a week or something, where a lot of this stuff right at the side of the handler, with just in a few feet of the handler, could have been worked out. So that's what I'm really talking about when I'm talking about getting ready for training. Actuality, all this stuff where the dog is at your side and you're lining it up, that is actually very important. It can not seem like, because you're not out on land, big land, doing big setups, but it's very important. Now, number one thing is spinal alignment. Look down the dog's spine, and that spine should draw a straight line right to the bumper. Get the spine lined up first. Then get the head lined up, and then you should see the dog get ready, called attitude alignment, like the dog's ready to go. It's not surprised that you sent it, and you're gonna send on back or on its name if you're practicing marking. You can do either one. As long as you're consistent and fair with your cues and your commands, you're good. I like to use here to bring the dog's spine in towards my nose, and I use the word heel to have the dog's spine go away from my nose. Here, heel. You can't really say right or left because it depends on what side of you the dog is on. If you're a one-sided person, dog is always on your left, then here would always be to the right and heel would always be to the left. But if you're two-sided, there's no right or left because it's opposite on either side. So here and heel. Get the spine lined up, get the head lined up and the attitude, and send. And get creative, find a little spot, work on this. So when everything melts and the grass turns green, and you come out training, I'm gonna see that you and your dog are working together, and I'm gonna be super happy. So send questions and comments and get after it. Thank you.